Hi everyone, this is the first tutorial for the Qt GUI development. You guys are supposed to um, make this kind of a GUI, the window. Here is something relating to the background and foreground, and alignment, and the message passing. I mean, from your message here, you type it something here and then you update it, this label, and you finish the app. So let me show you how to do that. Hello world, just so to say. If you type something here and then click update, then you can update the message here. So the hello world. And background, you guys can change the background color by clicking red and blue, and foreground colors red and blue, like this, right? And you guys can make the setup, the alignment settings, I mean, inside this label box. So like center aligned and right side and the left side aligned. So you guys can do that, play with it, and you guys can still change. Good luck something. Oh no, update, yeah, like this, and play with it still, and click the end button to exit and close the window, like that. This is the one, I mean, this is the one thing you guys are supposed to do, right? And show you guys how to do that. So okay, let me create a new project in a welcome. In the you click the projects, and then here is you click the new projects. Then you have this guy, this selection window in a pop-up, and you guys are supposed to choose your own the Qt app type. So Qt Quick and Qt Console, Qt Widgets, and many other things are there. But you guys what you guys supposed to click is this Qt Widgets application. You double click it, or just to click choose around here. There we go. And you guys name it like whatever, like widget app, because it's a Qt widget app, so to say, is called. I tested, I mean, I created one, with the number, the ID 001. So yeah, let me make it like a 002. You may want to name a little bit differently. I mean, it's just a project name, and you guys need to specify your own the folder, right, to save the project. So if you would like to have all your project in a sorted way in a somewhere in your local PC or Windows key, then no, I mean the USB memory key or external hard drive, then you create that in that location. So you specify that, and one thing is that do not use network location, like starting with like double backslash or something like that. If you don't understand that, then you're gonna be fine. So yeah, so it's a no. So okay, and this is my default project location, so I just click this checkbox, and next time you make your own projects, then it's going to be automatically set like this, and click next. And I have a lot of the toolkits installed, but in the installation phase for the Windows machine, you guys are supposed to have only this one, desktop Qt. The Qt version, it may differ a little bit, but it's gonna be fine. And MSVC 2017 and 64-bit, this is gonna be just fine for you guys. I mean, and if you guys use any of you guys use the Mac OS, then you just click Mac OS and it should be fine. And next. And the main window class name, so this main window is gonna be your the first main window. I mean, the class name you're gonna use in a C++, so it's gonna be automatically generated. So I mean, you may want to use a different the apps, like if your first widget app, or text manipulation window, or text lab or text style lab or whatever, it's just your choice, right? And generate form, this should be clicked. I mean, it's by default. So this UI means actually GUI you guys are supposed to working on. Next, and if you'd like to use the version control like a Git or something, then you can click it, and you can deconfigure your own Git repository if you'd like. Otherwise, I mean, just none. And if you would like to control the version, I mean, or manage the versions later on or manually, then you just leave it as a none and finish. Here we go. So this is your first C++ file. So it's a class actually, right? So its header is here, text style lab header file, and cpp class file, and it's a creator and destructor is here, a constructor and destructor here, and then it's actually defined in the namespace UI, and your class is here, and this class is actually inheriting the Qt's main window class. So you inherited automatically, and then you're supposed to work on it. So that's it. Main CPP, you have no business right now here with this. I mean, this is just a dummy right now. I mean, it's kind of an instantiation, execution, kind of launcher kind of a thing. So it's a bootstrapper, and you guys are supposed to work on this textile lab.cpp mostly, and textile lab UI. The first time you set up your projects, I mean, I warn you guys to click the projects tab here, and then remove the check and a shadow build, because it is known to be making a lot of the hidden problems. I mean, so just the shadow build, you just uncheck the shadow build and you're gonna be fine, I believe. Here we go. And okay, we save all. Just this is my habit, so Control Shift S or Control S is just my habit. So Control Shift S, whatever I make some changes, I save it. So okay, edit, and you have a project structure around here, and you double click forms. Here we go. Oh, this is pretty cool looking, like the form designer. I don't know what it is, but here's just one button. Oh, it looks like a button in a GUI. So what you're supposed to see is, we click the play button here, then you guys are supposed to see your own first window, right? And you're supposed to click it, but it doesn't really work right now, but because we haven't made any logic yet, so you just close it. There we go. And this one is the entire panel, and this guy is a push button. So here the pane in the right side, it actually has the object hierarchy. Like a push button is here, this is the first button we're gonna working on, and its name is actually, object name is push button, right? So you guys can see, click, check it, to make a selection and see which button or which elements, which widget or element, screen elements, GUI elements you just chose. And here's a push button. So I mean, you can just make to make changes on its name, like so to say update button. I'd like to make it as update button, because the first button we're gonna make a play with is update. And you guys can double click on the button, and you guys can change the contents, update, like this, the text like this. It's a pretty easy, right? And if you'd like to make the fonts a little bit bigger, then you guys have in the property, when you click it, make sure you click it, and the element, the target element, and then you get here, and make sure you guys are working on the the element of interest, and then this is update button. So let me just click the font, and I would like to set the font size like a 10, right? The font size 10, which is pretty good, and I can make it bold faced or italicized or underlined like this. I mean, those are all the properties, those are actually, the set by you guys. And update was like this. And if you have no idea, I mean, if you forgot, the expected the shape of the GUI you guys are supposed to make, you guys can rewind back to the beginning of this video and then always check it out. Here we go. So the one thing was that you guys are supposed to you guys have tons of the elements you guys can use, I mean widgets. And first thing we're gonna use is label, the text label, this one, this guy label. Then you drag it in, and let me just adjust it the size a little bit, and make it as in a vertically 3 cells, and then horizontally 10 or something. And let me make it as a text, as a enter your message, like this. And it looks like a little bit small, and so let me adjust a little bit its size and enter your message. And the next thing you guys need to use is a plain text edit. This guy, you click it and drag, and you got it. So like this, and this guy, and have a button. Let's make it the button size as a pretty much the consistent to other screen elements like this. Okay, so let's run, play, and you guys can type your message, hello world, blah blah. And the no enter yet. I mean, and enter, you guys can freely edit with it. Bottom update does nothing because we just draw something and then haven't yet, I mean, define this logics behind. So okay, and what I would like to do is to make another label. This label is gonna be a target label, like where your message is gonna be sent to there. Oh no, yeah, hi there. If you accidentally click the backspace or the delete, then you guys can revert what you've done, undo, delete, like this. I mean, so like delete it, I delete it. You undo, delete label 2. So hi there, you guys can always revert your last action. And it has some stacks, so you guys can go backward. I mean, there's a certain number of steps, I believe. And let's say target text label, its name here. So you guys can click it, and you guys can they change the object name here, or directly from here, or wherever. So you guys can always can adjust the cells around in the object hierarchy or in properties. So please, and then the right panel can resize like this. So please take a full advantage of it. Okay, and those 3 things are there. Let me play a little bit more with some of the shapes around. And frame shape is in a Q frame. When you click it and go to Q frame, and say like you're gonna make it as a box or panel or horizontal line or vertical line. You just make it a box frame, right? And make it like this. And let me make it's a font as well, a little bit bigger, 15. Oh no, so this guy, right? 15. And make it as a font family, as a Comic Sans Microsoft, because this is pretty unique kind of font. So this is my own style, and there are a lot of the debates, I mean, which is if this font is good one or not. It's super fun. I mean, go check it out. So okay, so those are the current elements I'm gonna play with in the first moment, and then okay, let's go back. Okay, you make sure you save yeah, your UI. So if you make any changes on it, then you see the star sign around here and its name. So you need to save the UI and get back to the edit. All right. Okay, so here what I'm gonna do with the CPP is to define the event handlers. So it's a UI. All right, I'm sorry, I get back to the UI, and then click the update button, then right click on your laptop or mouse and touchpad, right click or two finger click or whatever in the other operating systems. I don't know, what is it, but you guys may want to figure it out. And right button click and then go to slot, click it, and Q abstract button clicked. So it will let us to define the event handler to define a behavior when this update button is clicked. So okay, or double click, there we go. Then we have on update button clicked event handler, and what if we write something here inside of this function, then we can do something we would like to do. So, and then header file is also change it. I mean, it has on update button clicked because it's a header file. We need to define all the member functions before we use it, define it. So I saved it and I saved it also. And the first thing we would like to do is say UI and then target. Oh, it's not yet working. So at this moment, I encourage you guys to run. See, guys, GUI is pretty well working around here. And then close it, then get back to UI, and UI and target text label. So you guys may notice, I mean, this name is actually, yeah, this name is actually target text label is actually what the name we've given to this label, right? Target text label. So it is actually synced with your own CPP file. So target text label to, oh yeah, so this is the target text label, the first one, and we need to set text like button update button click first, like this, and let's run it. You guys may always want to pause and get back a little bit, rewind, like so. I click the update button and then message has been changed into update button clicked. But the matter is, I mean, I told you guys we would like to make this one, whatever we write in this text box, I mean, is automatically, is supposed to be transferred to D here and then updated with that, but it doesn't work in that way. So let me change it a little bit. So UI again, what was the name of this guy? Plain text edit. Okay, text edit. And I gave it a little bit better name, like message text box, like this, message text box. So I saved it and get back to edit and CPP file. And let me see if message, oh, it's not yet updated. So let me run once again to refresh all the index and the object names, and then get back UI message text box. If you one more, the dash and the greater than sign, and then to plain text. If you get like this, then it actually calls a member function of that message text box, which returns, here you see q string, right? The string form of what is with the contents of what is written in the text box. So q string message equal UI, then we can the assign our plain text, the what is written in the message, the text box into message, and we just say update the text label with the message. That's it. Okay, and so hello world, here we go, date, blah blah blah, here we go, like this, here we go. Pretty good, right? Okay, so one challenge, update the target text only if the message text is valid. The length is greater than 0. So like you may want to use, you can call, to check if the message, the length, right? The message length. Yeah, if you write it down, and if you lost it, if you get lost, then control space, you click it, then you can use the autocomplete in the function, and a message length actually returns the the length of that string. So you guys may use the if and if statement to to deal with this challenge first. So I will leave this for you. Do that. You guys can do that. And let me move forward to the next one. Okay, so next one I wanted to do is background and foreground, the color management. So let me click the enter your message label, and then copy and paste, or Control C or Control V. Here we go. So we got this label, the duplicate label, and let me say background like this, and I'm gonna put some other buttons around here. I really like the update buttons look and feel, so update it like this. Copy and paste, and then copy and paste once again, so like this. So yeah, like this, red and blue, so to say. So the background red, and I'm gonna make those buttons to change the background of this label text box as red and blue. So let me make the name of this guy as button, background red button, like this, and this guy background blue button, right? And I'm gonna make the the similar kind of guys, like I would choose like this, copy and paste for foreground like this, and foreground red and blue. Here we go. So let me change the names, use ourselves button and foreground. Please do that as soon as you make or duplicate and create a new elements, because after you write down all the event handlers, if you change it, then it's not gonna be consistent the function names, event handler function names are not going to be consistent to the elements names. So it's crazy. I don't like it. So foreground red and blue, and background red and blue. So let me make the event handlers. Before then, let me check those fonts. I mean, those are too small. So let me make it, the select 3 of them, then make the point size like a 10 fonts, and those are pretty good, and its location a little bit to a better consistency and look and feel. Okay. Let me make for the foreground first, because it's a little bit easier. Go to slot and click. Okay. Then my favorite workflow is, if there are something similar to 2 buttons, I make, all the event handlers, define it first like this, and then I, write it down. I mean, the actual implementations. I mean, so, okay, so foreground red button clicked. Then what I'm supposed to do is target text label. Then once again, I'm gonna call its member function, set alignment, cute. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This one. Where is it? Foreground. Oh, no. So I got confused with, things. I mean, so here, to deal with it, I mean, we need to deal with a palette. Q palette, UI, target text label, palette. Then we can get the current palette from the palette, the current palette from the target text label. Then palette, we change set color, view palette, window foreground, it's a window text. Background is just a window, and cute red like this. Then UI, the target, text label, set palette. So this is a simple thing. I mean, we ask the target text label, what is its current palette, I mean, setups, I mean, color scheme setups, and then we get an object, the containing an information for its color schemes, and then we change its information, and then we just put it back to the target text label object, I mean, element. So we can do that this way. Let me quickly check if I did everything correctly. So if you first, I mean, click the play button, there might be some dialog boxes. If you would like to save all the, the source code, then just say yes. I mean, it's obvious, right? So for the foreground, I made it red, right? Hi there. And blue, not yet implemented. So let me get back and implement the blue thing. So you choose, make a selection, like with the shift, while the clicking shift, you move your cursor, then you can make a selection, and Control C, Control V, and make some arrangement on the code, and then change this cute into blue. Here we go. You're good to go. Here we go. Hooray, congratulations. And let's keep working on the red background side. We just finish our work in a foreground side. Go to slot, clicked, and go to slot, clicked. So those are definitely, I mean, the code snippets, I mean, for snippets for the function definitions and declarations around, is this in a header file, so you can check it out. And for the foreground, we are doing pretty much about the same thing. This is background, now background. So I just copy the foreground source code, but let me change this palette set color as a, this guy is actually the role of the color, which sort of property, would like to change, like if it is a foreground, if it's background, or if it's whatever else like that. But if you just say window, then window means like it's background of the label text. So red is here. Oh, pop-up, it's a pop-up, which is pretty good. And then for the background, you need to do something ahead. That is one more line. Target text label, set auto fill background. You need to set this flag as true, right? And then you can make the background as red. So let me try that. Background red. Here we go. And foreground red. Okay. Oh, different. So like this. Here we go. And let's finish the blue side. Copy and change this guy just as blue. Right? It's pretty straightforward. It's so date. Oh, pretty good. Yeah. And then we have two big themes left. That is the align, the left, center, and right align of the text, and as well as the finish, end button to terminate the application. So let me just make a copy of. Yeah, I'm using my arrow keys to arrange, so to say, and let's say this guy is left align. So like line left button, and if you click it and drag while holding the control key, then or command key or something in the Mac or something, you guys can make the clone immediately. So I make it align center button, then make it as a center, it's label, and then one more, here we go, right, and align right button, here we go. And let me make one more button and then name it end button. Okay, so those four guys are there, and let me make an event handler for each button. Go to slot, left right click, and go to slot, clicked, double click, and center, go to slot, clicked, and UI again, right, go to slot, clicked. So 3 and one last, and go to slot, clicked. Okay, so event handlers are here defined, and I'd like to make one example for the center button, and we'll leave it as your job for the left and right. UI target text label, then set alignment, cute align center. In this case, this is a left and right, and the horizontally it has a horizontal center. H center is good. So this would work for the center alignment, and then for the left alignment, you guys can use align left and right, align right. Do that, go ahead. And for the end button, now you guys can use like Q application and 2 colons because it's all about the namespace quit. Then you guys can terminate the application very safely. So those guys are for to-dos for you guys, and to-dos for you guys, and you guys will do that and click. All right, here we go. So your the application is here. So guys, application should do, implement this functionality: red and blue foreground and background in red and blue, foreground left, center, right. I just only implemented the center align, so this would work as a center line. But after you guys the implement left and right, it's gonna be super interactive. And click end, terminate it. There you go. So right next to it, I'm gonna be asking you guys to do some touches, like make all of the screen elements to be aligned and aesthetically looking good like this, and try your best to make it look good. So like I would like to make it all consistent like this way, all the lines are aligned very well, and yeah, like this, one by one. Oh, like this. Do some jobs. This is actually a very important for you guys, to think about the aesthetics, and make all of the buttons around, the sizes are the same, and those are aligned in the very good, the shapes all the way through, because the usability is pretty much very important. So also set the size of it, so there's gonna be a specific points, the credits assigned in this lab for the aesthetics. If it looks ugly, then you guys will lose some points. Get it? Okay, that's it. And yeah, so please record a demo video for your here the Qt creator, and as well as your actual app here, and then show me your app is working pretty well, as expected, and what was your philosophy in your design for the aesthetics. That's it. Thank you guys.